Okay. Uh, Day 20, as you can see, I'm crying. Um, but again, not from sadness or anything like that, just because it was a really good meditation. When I get really, really close to self, and when I say self, I don't mean mind body, I mean the furthest from mind and body, and more like closer to a sense of um spirit or whatever that is. I don't know, soul, something that's awareness. I feel immense love and alone and empty, but in the most beautiful, perfect way possible. And it always just makes me cry. Also, so things I've been thinking about, realizing, um, um, I started listening to Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now. Sorry, I'm still sick, so I sound like this. But I started listening to Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, and you have to read it, or listen to it, whatever. I remember who I am, and you will too. It's so important that you read this book. Um, wow, I'm just blown away. So, things I'm taking away from it is, first of all, to stop resisting. Really don't resist anything. The more you resist, the more that the thing that you're resisting becomes greater, becomes bigger, and more difficult. Whereas if you just lean into it, at least I'm finding, even in my experience of grief, the more I lean into it and the more I just kind of let that thing happen, the more um, I find such great compassion and love there. Um, and really, you can turn literally anything that you view as hurting you into something that can work for you if you can lean into it instead of resist it. I know that sounds like a bunch of, I don't know, uh, hippy dippy bullshit, but I've really been experiencing that this last year, especially. Um, you have to read this book. So during my meditation experience today, I felt really, really, really connected to being like now. Um, oh, I don't know if I mentioned the book's name. The book is called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Um, so I felt really connected to being in the now, and I felt so much love, like energy. I don't know how to explain it. Just just a lot of energy, which is where it just started crying a lot. Um, I know I've talked about the shift that I feel like I'm experiencing. I feel like it's just it's really wild right now. Please read this book. Please, if you can do anything for yourself, read this book. Remember who you are. All right, keep doing this. I'm telling you, it's so important. Show up for yourself, the self that you've forgotten. Do it.